I do not think that they're following Islam accurately, to be real.
But how should, for example, I think that I follow the book. I think that I try to live a good moral life. But like as you can see, people disagree even within the same community. So we have Christians who disagree about the nature of who God is and so on. So if you think that like someone like me who try to be nice doesn't follow Islam correctly, in what way should I know that I follow it correctly or not?
Let's do it. Let's do a little test. Do you think that I am the worst of creatures?
No.
Okay. So in chapter 98, verse 6 of the Quran, it says, those who disbelieve among the Jews and Christians and the polytheists, they will have their abode in hellfire. They are the worst of creatures. So
But
right now, for you not to think that I am among the worst of creatures, worse than Satan, you are not following your religion correctly.
but let me like tell you my understanding of that verse, and if you
Okay.
think that I make mistake, then you please correct me.
Sure.
When we read that verse, it says that those who disbelieve among the people of the book. So it doesn't say like the people of the book. It says those who disbelieve.
Yeah.
In other words,
That would be me.
those of them, yeah, it says that those of them who reject faith among these group, the people of the book, they are the worst of creatures.
Yeah.
So, for example, the reason that I'm saying that you are not the worst of creatures because I don't know what is your rejection based on. Why do you reject Islam? And only God knows that. I don't know because maybe you reject Islam because you haven't found its teaching convincing, or
Correct.
maybe you reject Islam anyway. Like there are
I,
some
I,
people.
I, I reject it because I'm convinced that it is false. I do not think
Yeah.
it is true.
So if your rejection is based on that, then
Mhm.
that verse, at least in my understanding, and I'm happy to be corrected. If your rejection is based only on that you haven't found the teachings convincing, then that verse will not be applied to you.
It would,
Because
because I'm a disbeliever among
no,
the people of the book.
because in the Quranic context, a disbeliever is someone who rejects faith intentionally, like someone
Yes.
who closes his heart and say that even if God exists, even if like a religion is the truth, I will still reject that. So in the Quranic context, a
No, 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 no,
disbeliever
no.
is such a person like that.
No, no,
Because
no, no.
for example, if we go to Surah 2, verse 6, it gives us the meaning of who is someone who rejects faith.
Now, Hamid, it's not just about people who, like even if Islam is true, I'll reject it. No, it's whoever's rejecting Islam. Whoever rejects Islam, whoever rejects Muhammad as the prophet, that person among the people of the book, the Jews and Christians, that person is the worst of creatures. So all everybody who is under that category falls. I fall under that category. I reject Islam. I reject Muhammad as a prophet. I reject Allah as the true God. I fall under one of those disbelievers among the people of the book.
So you think that that verse is what it says, that you think.
Yes, absolutely. I think the verse is what it says. That's I
Oh,
couldn't put it better myself.
yeah, so I disagree because I tell you what I understood, but I also respect the way that you understood. So
Hmm.
we have our disagreement on that verse. What
Yeah,
else? What are the reason? What else
sure.
is the reason that?
The Quran says in chapter 9, verse 30, it says um, that the Jews say that Ezra is the son of Allah. The Christians say that the Messiah is the son of Allah. That is their saying from their own mouths. They are imitating the disbelievers from before them. Allah's curse be upon them, for they are deluded from the truth. So I'm one of those Christians who say that the Messiah is the son of Allah. And so therefore, Allah's curse is upon me and I am deluded. Do you agree with that?
The thing is, like, because Jai knows Arabic, uh,
I
the,
taught him it. I taught him a little bit
the,
Arabic.
the Arabic word that is there is قاتلهم, which literally means may God fight them.
Right.
Yeah, but I agree with you that in many translation it used the word curse,
Hmm.
but the Arabic word doesn't mean curse because we have another word for the curse, but that is not a big deal. The thing is like this that, for example, when it says that the Jews say that Ezra is the son of God, which we obviously know that no Jews say that. So that is something that I don't understand. I have to admit that. No Jews claims that, at least the Jews of today. If there were some other sects, I don't know, but let's be honest for the moment that the Jews of today, they don't say such a thing. And when it comes to that the Christians say that Jesus is the Son of God, yeah, that's true. And then the verse goes on to say that you guys imitate,
Disbelievers.
yeah, the sayings of the disbelievers of all time.
So it's calling me a disbeliever for saying this.
Here, like, is a little bit difficult to understand because
Brother,
if
it's super simple. Hamid, come on.
no. What I'm trying to say, Avery, is that I'm saying that you are completely aware that in other parts of the Quran, it speaks of Christians in a good way, for example.
Yeah, those are the ones who aren't doing what I'm doing. Those
So
are
the
the
thing,
Christians who aren't calling Jesus the Son of God. They're believing Muhammad is probably a prophet and stuff like that. They're accepting, you know. I'm not one of those. I'm one of the ones that the Quran calls a disbeliever who Allah fights against.
yeah. So, but the thing is that, like, for example, it I struggle sometimes with these verses because
Because
uh,
you're a good man.
how should I how should I how should I consider the Christians? Because are they my brothers and sisters in faith, or are they are the people that I need to fight or
The Quran
consider?
tells you.
Yeah. So this what I'm trying to reach a point is that what is the solution? Like how to because we have the Quran, we have it, we have always the Quran, and we will always have it. So it is something that we will never, the Quran will never disappear from the face of the earth. So it will always be. So my solution is how to come to a better approach.
I'll tell you
What is the
how.
solution?
I'll tell you the solution again. There's only one way. There's only one way. And I'm not talking about apologetics from Chris Claus. Shout out to him. There's only one way, man. The only solution that there is to drop the Quran, become a true brother in the faith, accept Jesus for who he truly is, and we can truly be brothers and we could truly be united. Otherwise, if you want to unite with me, bro, which is, I hear your heart, I hear your mind, I hear you. You have a good heart, clearly. You want to unite with me, and I would love to unite with you, but your religion does not allow you to. You have to fight me, bro.
Every, I want to be super honest with you guys. I really love you guys. So I don't need to say
I
all these
believe it.
in live. Yeah. So
I
what I'm
love you
trying,
too, man.
you know, I always consider my Christian brothers and sisters in the same way that I love my Muslim brothers and sisters. So the thing is that, for example, if you don't consider me as your brother in faith, just because I don't have the same understanding of the Bible as you have, and in what way possible, for example, if I can, for the sake of unity, if I just come and pretend and say, I believe in Jesus as my Lord and Savior, but I am not convinced in my heart. So how that can be acceptable? Because
You can.
we can deceive people, but we cannot deceive God. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So here I came to your life as an honest man. I'm saying, hey, I am a Muslim. I am the one who believes the Quran to be the word of God, and I
Hmm.
really believe that
Hmm.
that's in every word of the Quran to be the perfect word of the Creator of the universe. So if you can see a way that we can be brothers and sisters in not only in humanity but in faith. What is the solution to that?
We can't. It's impossible. We can't be brothers in the faith. Like, and I'm saying this from both of our religions. Your
Yeah.
religion does not allow you to be a brother in faith to me. My religion does not allow me to be a brother in faith to you. We are both of our religions have two opposing absolute claims. Number one, like I just showed you, right? The Quran says that those who say the Messiah is the Son of God, Allah fights against them. They're deluded from the truth, right? So we can't be brothers in the faith if your God is fighting against me. And secondly, with my religion, it's very similar. Jesus says that unless you believe in the name of the Son of God, you're condemned already, right? So you don't have the same faith as me if you're denying the Son of God. Both can't be true at the same time, so we can't be brothers in the faith.
But what I'm thinking is this, is that, for example, we all point to one creator. Do you agree? That, for example, when I pray, when I have hope, when I have wishes, so I call to the one creator. So if I don't use when I'm with my Christian friends, so I don't believe that using a specific word for God means a lot of things. Like, for example, Allah is just a word. So it is like not some people use it to dominate, but that is just a word, like which means God. For example, in your faith, if you as a Christian, there is no door for me to be counted as one of your brother in your community.
Oh, sorry. Ask that again, or say that again.
In your faith,
Mm-hmm.
biblically,
Mm-hmm.
is there a way that you can include people such as myself or the Jews as your brothers, even if we have some small disagreement?
Not as brothers in the faith. The only way that you could be my brother in the faith, Hamid, is if you accept Christ as your Lord and Savior in your heart and believe that He rose again from the dead. Then we can be brothers in the faith. You know, other than that, we can't. And I keep saying your religion does not allow this. This is why I'm saying that you're a good man, Hamid, but a bad Muslim, which is a compliment. Don't get it. It's a compliment. You're a good man with a good heart. You seek unity. You seek peace. You love folk who disagree with you. I genuinely believe you love us. I genuinely believe that if you saw me on the street, that you would help me. I genuinely believe that if I reached out to you, it was like, hey man, my family is struggling and we need some food. I genuinely believe that you would reach out and do what you can if you could. I believe that about you. You're a good person, but a bad Muslim, because as a Muslim, you're supposed to push me to the narrowest side of the gutter. As a Muslim, you're not even supposed to give me a peace greeting. As a Muslim, you're supposed to fight against me because I disbelieve in Muhammad as the final messenger and and Allah as the true God, the God that's described in the Quran. So you seeking brotherhood with me is anti-Islamic. That's my point.
Because what I'm trying to get at is this, is that, for example, right now we see a lot of conversation going on between Muslims and Christians. There are debates. Sometimes one side is very powerful, the other side is very weak in terms of arguments. So, like, for example, if one side in one debate cannot perform a little bit well, it doesn't mean that that faith is completely wrong. So that is that that person couldn't perform well. So what? So my point is like, why we cannot like, because we are going to be role models for the godless societies, but if we fight with each other, if we hate each other, how can we like bring people back to God, especially in the Western world? How? For
And that
example,
let me answer it. It starts off with a false presupposition. The assumption that you're having is that Islam is not godless. If you don't have the true God, Hamid, then you are in a godless. You have a godless worldview. If you have a false God, then you don't have the true God and therefore have a godless religion. You know what I'm saying? And so I know you don't believe that. I know that obviously you believe you serve the true God. I believe you believe in the one true creator and stuff like that. But it's like this. Paul went to Athens, I think it was, in Acts chapter 17. And they had these statutes for these gods that they acknowledged. But there was a position that was empty, but it was labeled to the new God, or the unknown God, sorry, the unknown God. And so for this unknown God, Paul came and he told them who this was that they were aware of, but didn't know who he was, right? The unknown God, the true God. Told them to get rid of their idols. And here's the true God who created all of us, who calls all men to repentance. See, they believed that they believed in these gods and these idols and stuff like that, but they did not really truly believe in the true God. They were godless. They didn't know who the true God was. And so for us Christians, our message to Muslims is we know that you guys believe in a creator. We know that you believe that there is one God. You just have the wrong idea of who he is. You don't know the true God. And that's why we do this.
You know, if I confess with my mouth, because I've already believed, every Muslims who at least have read the Quran one time, they know. I can confess with my mouth that I believe in.
Oops. There you go. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
There you go. There you go, Hamid. You're back.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is this, that any Muslim who has read the Quran at least one time, they know that the Quran teaches that people, especially the people of the book, Muslim Jews and Christians, they worship the same God. So here I confess with my mouth that I believe in the God of the Bible.
But you don't.
I do. I say that Jehovah is my God.
Yeah, but you don't really believe that.
I do. How can I prove to you? I say with my mouth, I confess with, I believe in my heart and I confess with my mouth. I believe in the God of the Bible.
So you believe in the Son of God?
In what sense?
You believe in the Son of God, that he is your Lord, who came in the flesh, died for your sins, rose again on the third day, and it's in him that you get your salvation?
Is it necessary to believe all those?
Yes.
So, but if that is necessary, that you can say that the Jews doesn't have a correct understanding of
You're
God as well.
absolutely right. That's the point. You're absolutely, that's what Jesus told them. Jesus told the Jews, he said, if you were to believe in Moses, you would believe me because he wrote about me. The Jews rejected Jesus, not as a whole, but most of them, they rejected Jesus. They had a false understanding of God and the Messiah.
Very good. So now let me push you one step further.
Okay.
So it is, if that is the criteria to believe in the one true God, then based on that, you have to say that not only Muslims are godless, but the Jews also who don't believe Jesus to be God.
Are
So we are in
godless.
the same category, yeah?
Yes.
Very good. So now there is no such thing as Abrahamic religion, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam.
No, what I'm saying is that Judaism, as we have it today, rabbinic Judaism,
Yeah.
and Islam are not Abrahamic religions. They do not
Okay.
have the Abrahamic faith.
Now things got very heated now. Yeah, because what I'm trying to get at is like that. For example, the Jews have their understanding of God, the Christians have their understanding of God, and Muslims have, but they all have a lot of things in common. Like if we just share those parts, and of course, I'm
I have
very,
a lot of things in common with an atheist too.
but when it comes to God, like we all believe in in God, and we also believe in
You
believe
you
that
are
something.
you are a, you are a theist. You do believe that God exists. So does a Jew. So does a Christian. But having that the right God, the true God, who he truly is,
Mm,
that's what makes or breaks. You know?
yeah,
You can't have, like, you have people that believe in a God that exists and created everything, and they'll believe that that God is a statue that they sacrifice virgins to, right?
yeah,
That's a
that,
godless religion, wouldn't you say?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but they believe in God. They believe in the creator, but they
yeah,
attribute that to a false idol who leads them into debauchery,
yeah, yeah,
sacrificing their children and their virgins and all this kind of stuff. It doesn't
yeah,
work.
yeah. Yeah, because the thing is like this, every the reason that I'm arguing about this thing is this, that first of all, there's something personal that I want to achieve is that at the end of the day, everybody seeks God, at least, if not all people, at least most people. And the second thing is that the Muslims community, unfortunately, nowadays, when they lose the debate, they get crazy and put the blames on us and call us like we are disgusting or we have micro, like I don't want to use those words.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's why these things, imagine that someone who people who these kind of people who have more than 1 million followers and they are supposed to represent us
Yeah.
and they use these words.
Yeah.
What's going on here? That's why I'm thinking sometimes that the people, as I said before, every that sometimes in a debate people lose the debate. People cannot perform. Like instead of coming and say, "Hey, I had every," but unfortunately the thing didn't go well. He put the blame on us
Yeah.
that we are the problem,
Yeah. That said
and also like,
that says a lot about one. That says a lot about the world of Dawa guys and their attitudes in these debates and these discussions. It's not for truth, it's for pride. Um, it's not about understanding or clarity. It's about control. Trying to blame now. As you said, the Muslims are blaming you guys, the Muslim people, the audience, for their shortcomings instead of being able to own up to their own mistakes. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But it's the fruit of the religion, man.
so like and like we really struggle, like we don't know how to build like I always try to build a good bridge. Like that's
Yeah.
I personally also like open to that, learn more and more about things because obviously I don't know so much about Christianity, but
Yeah.
I've been always open. I listened. But when supposedly our representatives is going to like just because they couldn't perform well in a debate, instead
Hmm.
of admitting that hey, the thing, the way that I planned or structured, it didn't go like that. It didn't
Yeah.
go that way. And also, I don't know why they jump to debate a topic that they are not so familiar with that, and then
Yeah.
they try to use words and misrepresent that is Jesus fully God or is this like playing with words and trying to like make people's mind go around.
Yeah.
Uh, So what should this is the reason that I'm like sometimes come to your channel and ask you that what is the solution? What should we do?
The only solution is Jesus, man. The only solution is Jesus. He's the only answer, man. I promise you. I promise you. The only answer is Jesus. Amen. And if you ever were to come and you ever were to really give Jesus a try, and and you'll see that he's unlike anything that you've ever been told about, experienced. He is the only solution, and you will never look back. I promise you that. Keep studying, keep looking, keep watching, bro. keep asking questions. You know, I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm an open book.
yeah,
You're invited anytime. So keep
yeah.
keep keep
Yeah,
seeking, man.
yeah. Thank you so much. I don't want to take other people's time, so I just wanted him to have. And about the topic, if there are more than one Quran and those things, I'm not an expert on that, so
It's
I
okay. We're
cannot.
about to bring the experts up right now.
I cannot argue about that. So thank you very much, Avery and
Of
Joy
course.
and David Wood. And
God
thank
bless
you
you,
so
Hamid.
much. Yeah, thank you, man.
Take care, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Thoughts, my brothers, on Hamid.
I remember him from IP Stream maybe a couple months back or so, and he seems like he's on this journey, and he just hasn't taken that step yet. You know, he hasn't like he's like almost out of Islam, I feel, but he's like hasn't really taken that step yet into repentance and faith in Jesus, and so there's some there's some history there. People want to go back and they want to see some developments as well, like this is what he used to think and this is what he thinks now. You can kind of see that, you can kind of track that with some of his previous discussions. But I would just encourage us all to keep him in prayers. You guys can tell that he seems I've always said this, he seems like a good guy, he seems very sincere. It's just he's just currently trying to hold these two things together. You can't hold Islam and you can't hold the Bible and the Quran at the same time. You can't do that, and so he's like struggling hard with that. And so we just pray for him. We love you, Hamid, and we hope that you come to the Lord, and we'll because that's the only way you're going to get these the feelings that he wants. I mean, it's not about feelings, but but you can tell the internal struggle he has. Like the only way to solve that is to come to the Lord, and that's also the truth too. So it's not just you're doing it to fulfill your feelings so you can finally say what you want to say, but you can actually do that with confidence. Because Avery would bring, you brought him back to the Quran. You said, well, the Quran says this, and you can't actually say that in good. You can't be in good sitting in the Quran and say this, right? You can't. So this would kind of destroy that problem for him, and we just pray for the guy, pray for him.
And I think it's actually a pretty common view. You look over and you see Christians and Muslims arguing and stuff, and it's like, wait, why can't we get along better and not have people crashing out and melting down and stuff like that? Why can't we just get along? It's like, because your religion. It's great if you're not taking these things that your religion teaches too seriously. We wish no one took them seriously, but a lot of people do. And so
it's really that simple, guys. It's really that simple. You think that we hate Muslim people? We don't, man. We love you guys. We love you guys. This is why we put our lives on the line to reach you, because we love you. We care about you. Your religion is dangerous. Your religion teaches violence and hate. That's just what the religion is. We're not saying that's you guys as people, but it's what the religion teaches, and it bears the fruit of that in some of the members of the religion. So
there are a lot of false religions and false teachers, false prophets down through history, but I mean, Islam has the most obvious false prophet in history, whose real job from the demonic forces that were guiding him was to just destroy the image of God. And if I hated you, I would just let you continue following him for the rest of your life, and I wouldn't say a word to you. That's what I would do if I hated you, because that is the worst thing I could do.
All right, I'm going to read a couple of super chats, and we'll bring Ray up. Thank you, 3, for making Christ cool again for these kids out there.
All these young bucks, man.
Oh, yeah. Please play Don't Cry Habibi full song, please. Also, someone make an edit about Muhammad Hijab crying and this song playing in the background. Now,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that can definitely be done. But man, that Allah's Little Helper made an edit today that had me dying, bro, in regards to Muhammad Hijab's crash out. So you guys want to check out our latest short on the channel. It's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. By the way, guys, just to let you guys know, due to Muhammad Hijab's crash out, I reopened the donation link. So you guys have been asking for it. he asked for it. So the donation link is right back open, guys. If you go on my community tab, the link is right there to the GoFundMe, and you guys can give those of you guys that wanted to that didn't get to the first time. So it's all open for you guys. Go ahead and make a job cry some more. Has David or Jai ever tried Chick-fil-A?
I've tried Chick-fil-A like 10,000 times, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you liked it, Jai?
I liked it. Yeah. It's good. And DOC tried it too. She tried it too. He loved it.
She liked it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No, and that's good. You had Tommy Robinson. He came over and they like try Chick-fil-A, and he's like, "No, this place in the UK is better." And it's get back across the ocean, man. Don't be bringing that crap over here.
Oh man. Someone said, "El Netherlands, sincerely, all of Europe. We can then rebuild it." Okay, so all of Europe is tripping right now, is what you're saying. Avery, ask Muslims to ask for your forgiveness again, then say no. So there's a video where a Muslim offended me, and I said, he's like, no, I could just ask Allah for forgiveness. I said, no, you're gonna have to ask me for forgiveness. I'm gonna have to pardon you, and then you'll have to go to Allah. He says, okay, well, do you? He said, I apologize. I said, well, I don't forgive you. Now you're going to hell. So, but I do I forgive him, obviously, but yeah, that's what that's coming from. According to Islamic theology, you gotta make it right with the human as well. A human being that you've wronged is also in charge of your destination, which is crazy. Come to Chicago, Bridgeview / Tinley Park to be exact. Sounds lit. Okay. I've been asking Muslims on my live how they know the Isa of the Quran actually existed. They all start with circular reasoning. Welcome to Islam.
Because the Quran says it.
That's right. GL out here teaching them about their Caucasus prophet and religion of the Caucasus. I died laughing. We was on TikTok earlier, and a Muslim came up and said, your ancestors were enslaved. You're following a white man's religion. And we turned that around so quick.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. The Muslim sources over and over again talk about the whiteness of his legs and the whiteness of his shin and the whiteness of his stomach and the whiteness of his armpits and the whiteness of his arms and the whiteness of his face. So much so that when a traveler came to town and said, I'm looking for Muhammad, where is he? They said, the white guy.
Yep.
The white guy over there.
He's not exaggerating, guys. It literally says this white man over there.
This Muhammad makes Jai look like Wesley Snipes, man. I'm telling you.
Mashallah. When he says he wants Christians and Muslims to come together, I hope he doesn't mean in the al-Zut sense. I'm pretty sure he does not mean in that way. Gents, can you check out my analysis of why Surah 279 doesn't refer to the Quran? I linked you in the post on X. Yeah, 279 doesn't talk about the Quran. It's talking about the Jews and their engagement with the Torah and making up stuff. So, okay. Last one.
Oh, here's the correction.
Oh, okay. Had a typo in my earlier super chat, gents. I linked you on my x.com analysis about why 279 is not about the Torah. Okay, got you. Thoughts on it? Well, so what would you be saying? Is it about the Talmud? Because that would make sense.
Yep.
Well, that's the issue with it, is it could be about all kinds of things. Yeah. What it can't be about is saying that the Torah has been corrupted. It can't possibly be saying that unless you just think Allah is insane, because in verses that come before it in the chapter and verses that come after it, he's affirming what the Jews have. And in 285, he even says that they have to believe in all of their book and not just parts of it. And let alone the rest of the Quran, ordering Jews to judge by it. They have no ground to stand upon unless they stand fast by it. It's if you say 279 is about the corruption of the Torah, then you just contradicted the entire rest of the Quran and Muhammad. So there's multiple things that it could be about. There's one thing that it definitely can't be about, and it just happens to be what Dawa guys say it's about. It's the one thing it can't be about.
Can we argue the dilemma in court? Now, when I saw the super chat, I just have an idea. I had an idea of actually us getting a court set.
We could.
And David Wood being the judge. I'm arguing for the Islamic dilemma. IP is arguing for conscious edits or whatever. And we just have a whole scene like that, a whole episode. I think that would be hilarious and really good.
Hey, we could also call various witnesses. We could call
Yes.
call vocab as Prophet Muhammad, but he can only say things that are like directly from the source that he actually said, and so on. But yeah, you could have all kinds of. We could.
I'm so serious. If we can actually get like
Ibn Abbas, like we call Ibn Abbas to the stand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be really good. All right, let's bring up Ray. Speaking of his Islamic dilemma, he wanted to talk about 1094. Ray, how you doing today? Ray, you there? Ray, every time I bring you up, man, you're always quiet.
You only get one shot, man. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow, man.
Is that okay now?
Ooh, it's a little.
Can you hear me?
Are you connected to like a Bluetooth or anything?
Maybe. 1 second. 1 second. Can you hear me now?
It's still kind of wonky. It's still. Can you hear us?
Yes, but it's very low. I think I may have to. If I leave and come back, will I still be able to speak with you, or do I get up in the queue again?
Yeah. You just got to do it quick because people keep requesting. So
yeah, you could take a couple of super chats while he switches out real quick.
Yeah,
that's fine. 1 second. I'm just coming on now.
Yeah, just click out and come right back. Okay.
Hi. Can you hear me now?
Another Ray. I got your other thing on stage, Ray. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
That's much better.
Yep, yeah. way better. Perfect.
Right. How are you?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for asking. So I know that the topic is different today, but you did say I could come and
you can come back.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm just trying to fulfill a promise to somebody who insisted I share my thoughts on that verse with you. So I just want to do that, and that's okay. So